ASSOCHAM for organizing this kind of workshop, because this type of workshop actually provides a very effective platform for all the stakeholders to understand various challenges and also how to address those challenges. As my previous speakers have already highlighted everything in this sector, beauty, wellness and personal care sector, from innovation, then maintaining quality control, then ethical marketing, and how to grow our business, how to make India in the global map in this particular sector. As already highlighted, growth of any business for any product, be it drugs or cosmetics or nutraceuticals, that doesn't come without trust and credibility and confidence of the system, as already highlighted by Dr. Gandhi. Creating trust and credibility about the quality of the product is very important, be it at the domestic level or at the global level. And that's how actually that act as an impetus for growth ultimately in the business for any products. That is true. And therefore, we have to consider all these aspects. One is innovation. Obviously, innovation doesn't come without cost. You have to invest cost. Other way, there is challenges, competition in the market, affordability, how you will actually ensure affordability and sustain in the market, and obviously the confidence and trust of the consumers at the domestic as well as global level. And therefore, I think this kind of workshop is going to, highlight many such issues, and from which all the stakeholders will be benefited a lot. Because I was going through the technical session, that program, it has been conceptualized so nicely, because it covers all those things which are required, which are the needs of our, which include that role of innovation and also transparency and ethical consideration is very important. And ultimately, the strengthening of ecosystem in this beauty, wellness and healthcare sector, specifically in cosmetics. Because, one government is there, as a government as regulators, obviously, there are rules, there are regulations. We are responsible for monitoring quality, ethical marketing, claims that is made by the industry for their products. But at the same time, manufacturer or importer who are involved in this business, they are also equally responsible for ensuring all these aspects. And therefore, because as already highlighted earlier also, these type of products comes very borderline products, drug and then nutraceuticals or food, then drugs and cosmetics. You find many ingredients which are used both in cosmetics as well as drugs. Example, hyaluronic acid or retinoids, many proteins. So, that whoever is involved in manufacturing or import, he has to understand these aspects. And in order to, improve the trust, quality and confidence on such products, you have to follow all the rules, regulation and also on your own, you have to actually put lot of efforts to maintain the quality, not only as per the regulation, because regulation and government system is one thing, yes, we are responsible for that, but product is marketed which is of quality standards, which actually carries credibility, trust, and also it is marketed ethically. Food and nutraceuticals, drugs, cosmetics. So that time it is very challenging to categorize such products, because there are complaints that this product is being claimed for this. So we have to be very careful while we are actually marketing such products. And today's this interactive workshop, I think, is going to address many such things, and this will be a very good initiatives for all the stakeholders. I hope all stakeholders will be benefited from this workshop and the kind of technical session that has been conceptualized. So I wish all the success for the workshop. Thank you.
Respected dignity and us, it has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful event. On behalf of ASSOCHAM, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed guests. I will extend my thanks to Honorable A.K. Pradhanji, who elaborated the aspirational aspect of the quality as the regulatory aspect, winning the consumer trust by maintaining the quality, as well as assuring the compliance. Sir, we assure that through ASSOCHAM definitely will keep on our journey by creating awareness to among the stakeholders. Big thank you to Suresh Garji, who explained in details from the global to global aspect, and no doubt world is looking toward us, and his approach on time factors and beauty wellness, creating cosmeceuticals approach, definitely can be appeared as a new sectors which there is need to be focused. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
It's a very well report. I read that and I was enlightened to understand what is covered in that report. So that's a great and a very timely work which is happening in the leadership. Thank you for that. So coming to the resources and the infrastructure, the availability of local availability of major RM and PM, and I am talking about, when I say RM PM, we're not necessarily talking about something which is on the base, starting with a base product, but maybe the derivatives of this which are available and manufactured locally are available even for, especially available for the big companies, available for the smaller companies also to make it. Address very well the needs of the Indian consumers, because anyway, if you can just take an example of the skin tone, you can, depending on the geography that you are operating or marketing the product or selling the product, you can develop a product to that requirement. And if you can do that in India, then obviously you can do it also at the international. The part is infrastructure, the manufacturing setup that we have across the country's different units, which we can leverage. And in addition to that, the logistics setup also, because India's logistic performance index, if you have seen in recent times, you're watching the news on that, we have jumped almost 6 places. The network for the roads as well as ports is developing, and World Bank's index India has jumped 6 places and almost 38 out of total 139 countries index which is there. And coming to the last part of it on the, I would say the factors which contribute, enabling policies. So enabling policies to make the sector a vibrant manufacturing sector, definitely Making India is what has been launched by the government of India, is also one of the programs which is taking or improving rather, I would say, the ease of manufacturing, ease of doing business in the country. And out of the 20 priority sectors which have been identified, chemicals, specialty chemicals, which helps our industry, is also one of the sector there. Taxation, I know in terms of GST, when we say about GST came in 2017 as unified taxation. And there are always, I think, discussions that we have with the, I think, the government and the ministries on that, because we maybe want some certain sort of GST or certain GST provisions which need to be conducive to the industry to kind of, I would rather say that industry friendly, to ensure that we manufacture and we also optimize our cost when we are selling to the customers. And the most important part possibly of all this is the technical regulations that enable, I would say, the beauty and personal care sector comes from CDSCO. We had Dr. Pradhan this morning, and we have the officials today here from Bureau of Indian Standards, and we hear more about it. But one thing I want to comment is that so far the industry's journey which has happened with the support from both CDSCO as well as BIS. I mean, going forward, we possibly would need more support. Like one example, if I can just talk about the like we have DTAB for the drugs, we maybe also need to have something like a cosmetic technical advisory board, which will help the industry to solve issues in real time. And BIS has done a phenomenal work over years in terms of compositional standards. So maybe a balance of compositional standards versus horizontal standards. So maybe the need of power which we can look at and integrate. But one thing that comes with these standards is the regulatory certainty, or I can say business certainty, which is also critical for our sector. Just summarize the decision. The good news is that the sector is on the growth path, and it's also a healthy growth, I would say, and maybe policy enablement to drive the innovation as well as to facilitate local manufacturing will take the sector to the next level. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
So I can tell you what Virendra had already mentioned to you earlier. Anybody, ours is, I very proudly say, because I've been associated with BIS since 1989, we are probably in the world the most transparent national standards body. Anybody, I mean here, overseas, anybody can just create a login and comment on our any standard, any time of the day. And we would be taking care of that, because that once you come through our portal, your comment is registered and is taken to the relevant stakeholders, that is a respective section comment. So I would just like to mention, I know I digressed from the question. Yes, we would be developing vertical standards to ensure the safety of the consumers, but I think there is also more need to develop maybe horizontal standards also, which are right now very few.
Working on horizontal standards as well as vertical standards, working closely along with the global giants as well as the MSMEs within India. So it's encompassing 360-degree that we are working on all the aspects which will help the industry to take it forward. So my next question is to Saurabh Mandalji. In your perspective, how do you think BIS can help the industry on the cosmetic aids validation?
Thank you, Saurabh. And BIS may itself not directly validate cosmetic claims, that it's under the purview of CDSCO, but it plays a crucial role in establishing the standards that can guide industry practices and ensuring the accuracy of the claims made by the manufacturer. Now, as it was appearing in the previous session that the natural ingredients are very much in trend, we are already working on that. So for claims part, we are currently developing standards, and there are also standards for the definition for ingredients for natural and organic cosmetics, and the criteria for ingredients and products, IS 17316 Part 1 and Part 2. So while BIS provides a framework for standards and certification, it's also essential for the cosmetic manufacturers to conduct their own validation studies and tests to support the specific claims also. That is up to the industry also. So yes, as the standards body, we are developing standards on claims. Now it is up to the industry what they are claiming. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
If you don't mind, Saurabhji, I would like to add in here also. See, we are the member bodies participating member for ICTC 217, which is the International Committee on Cosmetics.
But at the same time, what is important, and especially with this current forum, because there are various aspects of wellness. So in that, the physical aspect is one, the mental and the spiritual aspect is another one. The spiritual and social is a third, actually, the angle to it. And all these are very much interrelated, and when we talk that when they are interrelated. So this wellness is not achieved in a day or 2 days, but it is a practice of the beneficial factors to the mind, body and soul each and every day. So this has been actually described in Ayurveda in a wonderful shloka. Nityam hitahar vihara sevi sabikshakari visheshu asakta dataha samaha satyaparaha aptopaseti bhavati anugaha. Now in this day, every factor is very important. I hope I have your 5 minutes. Right. So the first important factor in this is Nityam Hitakar Ahar. What is beneficial to the health? So especially the industries, those who are before me in the product line or in the marketing. So I would urge that whatever the beneficial according to Ayurveda, so there is a lot of demand for such products not only in India but even in abroad as well. And I am happy to share with you that Ayurveda as a system of medicine is recognized in 24 countries out of the Indian continent, and I am talking recognized is legally recognized. So you can export the products under the banner of Ayurveda. But at the same time, the Ayurvedic products are exported to more than 100 countries across the world. So this is the most important thing. And when we are talking about the Nityam Hitakar Ahara, so there is a notification under the FSSI, and that is called as Ayurveda Ahara. And there is a broad umbrella under this. And in countries where Ayurveda is not formally recognized, but it is practiced on a very large scale. And these are two main countries. One is the Russia, another is the USA, and obviously the European Union. It is on the highest number at present. So the products which are exported all over the world, they are basically to the USA, the European Union, Russia, Japan, and the UAE, United Arab Emirates. So these are the 5 main destinations where the products are exported. And that definitely you would like to explore more and more. And we have also launched the Startup India the campaign. And through the Startup India, we have collaborated with the Startup India, we have collaborated with the Invest India, and we are promoting the inbound investment, as well as we are also encouraging and we are facilitating the outbound investment if the industries they are willing to manufacture or export to the other countries. There, Guyana is there, Suriname is there.
Thank you for the question, Bharat. But before I answer, heartiest congratulations to the ASSOCHAM team organizing the 5th Beauty, Wellness and Personal Care Conference as well as awards. And I totally agree with Manoj when he says that we need to keep doing this more often, because the industry needs to get together to know not just the service industry and the manufacturers, but all put together to take our country to the next level. So that's where the aim is. Now coming to your question, Bharat, India is the youngest nation. So that's known to each one of us. This is the time to take benefit of the demographic dividend that we have. And our Honorable Prime Minister's vision is very clear that Kushal Bharat is Kaushal Bharat. If we give skills to the youth of our nation, the women of our nation, and include them in the labor workforce, not just for India but for the worldwide, and make India the skill capital for the world, that will be the future where we see Indians being populated. Now coming to the specific schemes, Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council is under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, that we are running not just through our own ministry but other ministries also. Under MSDE, we have a scheme called Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and that's currently in its 4th phase. It's PMKY 4.0 which is ongoing, where we are, and this time PMKY 4.0 is a little different from the earlier PMKVYs. Reason being because these are linked to industry requirement. This year, all the targets for skilling have been given to industry only, not to training partners, so that industry is able to fulfill their demand of skilled manpower. Yes, we as a Sector Skill Council, we make the qualification, we are approved by NCET, that's our regulatory board, and those qualifications are the ones which are industry requirement. We've got industry as our board members. They come forward with what is needed not just today, but 5 years from now and then 10 years from now. And I totally agree with Manoj when he says yoga is the next thing, not just in India but worldwide also. Look after China and Korea when we talk about the beauty products. So that's by MSME and MSDE PM Vishwakarma, where the beneficiaries at the grassroots level have been, and the scheme was launched last year only on 17th of September 2023.
Thank you. I would request Dr. Manoj Nisari and Ms. Monica Belt, please stay back for the awards felicitation ceremony that will start shortly.
integral part. Thank you for always extending your support. All the looks today, the beautiful looks today are thanks to Blossom G's team, and they've done an amazing job. So I would like to thank Blossom G and team for that. Somebody who always steps up, big supporter of Weaves of India and Weavers. Thank you, Nishi, for being here today. Banaras, I've seen their way, and they've done a lot of upliftment to the weavers in Banaras. In Kerala, I saw the looms, and every loom where a weaver had passed away was empty. And I just want you to realize they will not be filled until and unless we step up to support the weavers. Handloom has taken over because people, when they go to buy anything, they look, oh, this product, 1,000 rupees. Handloom product, 1,500. Oh, you know what? Let me save that 500 rupees and buy a handloom, not a handloom, but a power loom product versus a handloom product. So this is something that I would like all of you to understand, the need for us to support the weavers of India.
Because it really tells us about the culture of India, and apart from that, it falls beautiful, not just here but all over the world. Every month, invest. If you have to go to invest in something for our handloom. It is going to be beautiful. You're going to get so many, compliments, and it's the most wonderful thing. And I think it is fashionable and it's wonderful, and we have to do something for it. So that is why I like it.
just want to say our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's dream of local to global. This is the true essence of local to global, and we need all your support to make sustainability possible and to support our weavers. So thank you once again for everything, and if all the dignitaries fire.
Yes, I request Dr. Bharat Nisari to please come on stage to encourage all the weavers in our country, and Miran ma'am also to please come on stage. Your support here for the encouragement of our weavers will be very, very important.
Thank you all.
Fabulous show. As always, Sanjana. The last year show, I remember the brides of India and the grooms of India, and this year the weaves of India, yes. And we all should take a pledge along with you to make it a big, big thing in this year. Maybe even if it is on a textile day or on a weaving day, but we should add a garment of Indian weaves, handlooms every month at least in our entire closet.
Please give a huge round of applause for the team, Sanjana John's team, and our dignitaries on
The
stage.
team selected for this, the weavers, is a very important thing, and all of we know that right from Gujarat up to the Manipur, and from Kashmir and Ladakh up to the Kanyakumari. So we have hundreds and thousands of the various varieties of the weaving, and this is a real art, and this is the art that we have to promote not only in India but across the world. And we should actually promote and we should buy these weavers. I am really thankful to Sanjana ji and ASSOCHAM for bringing this in front. Thank you very much.